Homies, lettuce hands, diamond hands, what is going on with crypto? Will crypto continue dumping? That's what we're going to go over in this video. So without further ado, consider smacking the like button, smack the subscribe button, and let's just get into it. As we can see, across the board, Bitcoin's down, under 42K. Ethereum's at under 3,200. Tether, still holding $1 strong. It still didn't bust yet. Binance Coin, 450. Solana, 138. If you wanted to buy some good old, maybe cheap NFTs on Solana, first of all, if you have some cash, you can buy Solana on the dip and then go buy the NFTs. Also, some of them are on a dip as well. So we just see across the board, a lot of red here. In the bubbles, shows it nice with a nice visual right here. Across the board, it's red. Of course, you're going to have somebody like Becky in the back like, but look, Atom's up 11%. Guys, we're not looking at the outliers. We're looking at the majority of the crypto space. The majority of the space is down. There's a lot of great buying opportunities at the moment. We've seen that throughout the past few days. It just is what it is. So I want to point out a few things in the charts, a few things out there that may show what may potentially happen in the future. Of course, guys, there is more room for the downside, and we'll talk about that later. So up next, I just want to show guys Fear and Greed. Once again, we're live Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We show this every single night when it updates. Extremely fearful. And it's kind of funny with these ads, like just real quick. It says #1 live streaming studio. Guys, they have a back scratcher. I must be doing it wrong because I don't have a back scratcher around here. I guess to have a good setup, I need a back scratcher apparently. You guys let me know your thoughts about a back scratcher. I just found that so odd. Anyways, we're in extreme fear territory. It's historically a great time to dollar cost average. So now on to the BTC charts. As we've talked about before, guys, we have a death cross incoming. We talked about the potential scenario a few weeks ago, and I said, based off my mathematics, my, very accurate drawing skills right here, it's probably going to be the middle towards the end of January. And according to my drawing skills, it's still around there. Of course, this all depends. I mean, Bitcoin keeps dumping, so of course this 50 daily moving average will continue to come down faster and faster. So just keep that in mind. The 50 daily moving average is around $50,600, which of course it's a moving average, so it's going to be moving. And the 200 MA is around 48.1. So just keep that in mind. We did dip down here on a wick down to $40,654 on the Bitstamp chart. So we'll see, will we continue holding this region? Will we not? Death cross looks like it's basically going to happen unless we have some kind of miracle and we just start pumping like crazy 10,000 green candles day after day, which are very, very, very unlikely to happen. Of course, in the future, when we hit well over 100K, when we do hit $1 million Bitcoin in the future, then yes, of course, we'll have those swings, but not right now. So that's what's going on there with the potential death cross, which I think it's pretty much guaranteed to happen at the moment. It doesn't mean that it's actually going to be a bad thing though. We have seen when we had the death cross back here, 50 crosses under the 200. Look at that, guys. We did kind of have a rally up before it happened, and then we dumped. So watch out for that fake rally right there, guys. Like, oh, it's just a death cross, because everybody on Twitter, they're going to be like, guys, this is a lagging indicator. We all saw this coming. Because yes, it is a lagging indicator. It is. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's fact. But they're neglecting, they're basically just saying the market's going to pump because it doesn't matter about this death cross. Well, we still saw more downside action here, which created a great buying opportunity. So just keep in mind, we'll see how that plays out. And then look, when we had the golden cross, which is when the 50 crosses back above the 200, we had a dump. We literally dumped. If you go back in time and you look at all the golden and death crosses, you sometimes see the opposite reaction happens. And then the long-term reaction is the bullish or bearish. So just keep that in mind. Right here, we dumped out of golden cross, which is bullish. So if you see it happen again, that's obviously like a very good buying opportunity. I do want to show you here on Ethereum's chart when Ethereum had a death cross, which is very fascinating. We had the death cross back here, but I have to zoom in for though. Yeah, we had a death cross and a couple days later. So death cross on, what's that, August 1st, and then golden cross on August 7th. So it was there for about a week. We just continued rallying. We could see something like that happen with Bitcoin. That's definitely a possibility. We could potentially see that happen. I'd love to see that happen. We do see this trend line right here. We just broke it once again. We'll see tonight in 7 hours and 25 minutes. Will we continue to hold that? Probably not, but I mean, we shall see though. We shall see. We have to wait to see what the candle closes. We are above this, purple box right here, which is some good support. We'll see if we continue to hold that. Obviously, if we break that, I do believe we will most likely see 30K, unless it is a bear trap at this level. So just keep that in mind. That's what's going on there. I do want to point out though with the Gaussian channel, I know, if you're too sensitive, you can't hear the truth, you probably want to close your ears. But anyways, guys, looking at the 5-day Gaussian channel. So I just want to point something out here, okay? So, going down memory lane, let's get rid of this line right here so it's not distracting. In the middle of the Gaussian channel, that's where we bounced off of that Friday night at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. We bounced off that, okay? Rallied back up, played around for a while. Each candle's 5 days, so each candle's 5 days. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 35 days. Yeah, because this has 3 days left, so about 33 days. Look back here, guys. We fell down here, like historically. If you go back, we've already gone over this before. We had a whole video about the Gaussian channel. But like historically, once you fall into the Gaussian channel, it sucks you down below the Gaussian channel. The first time in Bitcoin's history we did not do that. It was back in July 2021. We rallied back up, came back down, came above, closed above 2 consecutive closes of the bodies. And then we fell right down to the middle line there. And then rallied back up with multiple closes way above the Gaussian channel. It looked like we were golden. But then, obviously looking back, it was a bull trap, broke all-time high, and then plummeted down. So as we can see, like right now, we're back in here. We're below the middle line of the Gaussian. The bottom of the Gaussian is right around $35,471. Keep in mind, this is moving, okay? So it is slightly increasing every single day. So just keep that in mind as well. So that's pretty cool. We'll see how this continues. But my point of pointing out at the bottom of the Gaussian channel is that if it's $35,471, guess what? We're probably going to go down there. It would be extremely bullish to see us fall down below the Gaussian channel. Let's say we bounce off 30K and then rally back up, trade sideways and rally back up. That would be extremely bullish in my humble opinion. I understand that right there is probably the max pain scenario. And unfortunately, when it comes to the market, the max pain scenarios are the ones that typically happen, because it's going to get a lot of people out of the market. It's going to shake a lot of lettuce hands. Like this morning on the tweeters, we said, good morning, lettuce hands and diamond hands. So the lettuce hands will shake out. So that's definitely a possibility. Am I saying this is going to happen for sure? No. There are no certainties when it comes to the market. We could very easily bounce right now. We could hold 40K and we could start rallying back up, start making higher highs and higher lows. That is definitely a possible scenario. But I'd also be a little careful here, guys. We talked about the potential golden cross. The death cross. And I wouldn't be surprised as we get a little closer to the to the death cross. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up rallying back up a little bit. Just watch if we're still below the major MAs. It's not looking so good, because we've seen that before here, and you can scroll back in time and see the same thing again and again. So I'd like to know, what's your thoughts about that? You guys think we're going to have a golden cross? It looks very likely to happen, but do you think it's going to be like the ETH the ETH death cross, where we end up having the death cross and then a few days later we have a golden cross? So basically it's just doesn't really matter. You guys let me know about that. What do you guys think about this good old Gaussian channel? You guys think this thing's nonsense, or do you think it's going to happen? Because it's the first time in history it got invalidated right here back in July 2021. So that right there is a serious thing to say. So we'll see what's going on. And of course, you could talk about the Fed, how they're going to raise interest rates, and since Bitcoin is a risk-on asset, how that's not going to help them. Or maybe you think the Fed is just pulling a bluff. Maybe you think interest rates aren't going to rise, and they'll just keep pumping the inflation. You guys let me know your thoughts about that down below. We are live Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Just so FYI, we are on the tweeters. I did change my profile pic to a Doge pound, just so you guys don't think it's like a scammer or something, or I got hacked. So just keep that in mind. Follow over there. Definitely consider smacking the like button, smacking the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But you guys know how it goes around here. It's all about that wild crypto journey. And until next time, may the gains be with you.